What's up to all casual gamers out there? I'm here to show you some cool tips and tricks to beat all the 5 bosses in Swordigo. Swordigo is one of my favorite game I played in my childhood. I want to share some knowledge that I acquired in playing and beating this game multiple times. That's why I'm creating this video, to share some of my knowledge to those who didn't play the game yet or to those who want to play or replay the game again. The first trick is to max out your magic. Maxing the magic in early stages will be super effective because of its range and its high damage output. So every time you will level up, make sure that it has the highest priority in leveling up. The second is to save up money and buy the Trinket of Fire in the merchant place. To go there you can use the portal to go back to Cairnwood village. Trinket of Fire is a very strong item because it has a damage multiplier. It can increase the damage of your sword attacks or the melee attacks, or much better the damage of your magic attacks or the range attacks. So remember, buy first the trinket and not the sword in the merchant. It's much more useful in a long run because there's a ton of free swords that you can get, so never buy the sword. It's a scam. Now you can easily defeat the first boss. The only thing you need to do here is to make sure you have equipped the fire trinket into your magic bolt. Then, you just need to spam the magic bolt in long distance. Also, make sure to dodge some falling magic bolt from the above, and the magic bolt attack from the boss. You just need to jump over it. If the boss somehow get closer to you, you don't have to panic, you just need to reposition yourself, and keep attacking with magic bolt in long distance. To defeat the second boss, you also needed to get some things, and the first one is a lost sword called the Needle. It is a hidden treasure. I believe you can find it easily after you defeated the first boss. And also, if your magic is still not max out yet after you defeated the first boss, you still need to max it out, all the way up. The next thing you need to get is the Trinket of Shadow. It is guarded by a skeleton called Nah, the Bone Eater. You need to defeat it, but with the max out magic you have, you can just spam magic bolt in long distance and it will be easy win. After you defeat Nah, you will get the Shadow Trinket. It has a regenerating ability. If you put it to your magic, it will increase your magic regeneration. And if you put it in a sword, it can steal energy. But the best use of it is on armor. Don't worry, you will get an armor before you fight the second boss. When you max out your magic, you need to start maxing out your attack damage, your sword damage. Like what I said earlier, you also need to have an armor. You can buy a plate armor in the merchant shop, for only 300 soul shards. After you bought it, you need to move your shadow trinket to your armor, it will speed up your health regen. And put back your fire trinket to your magic for high damage. After that you still need one more thing, and it is called the Trinket of Ice. You need to parkour your way to get this item, and it's not that easy. But basically, Trinket of Ice can freeze your enemies using this by equipping it to your items. Fighting the second boss is really hard to do, especially if you are new. It has 3 different attack pattern, or we can just say that it has 3 different phases. In the first one, it has this pattern where if you deal damage to the boss, it will switch its position back and forth. You need to navigate yourself around the boss every attack you make. Make sure to deal more damage by spamming your attack before it switch back its position. When its health go down to around 60%, it will retreat and will change its attack pattern, and moving us to the second phase. The boss will attack in long range while summoning little blobs. You just need to spam your magic bolt to the boss until its health become lower than 40%. The third attack pattern of the boss or its last phases, it will go back to its boss room, and will attack from to different position, switching its place every attack. What you need to do is to dodge the attack by hiding in the middle platform, and attack the boss when it appears in from a view in the middle platform. You can spam attack it, with your sword or magic. Do it until the boss dies, and you will get the second shard of the shattered sword. To defeat the third boss, you need to use melee attacks, because it was immune to magic damage. You need to use the dragon's clasp to drag it over to your melee range, because it was floating around, and hard to attack. You also need to dodge its fireballs, and molten boulders, because it deals a lot of damage. Just jump and drag it closer for you to attack it. Be careful where you land because there's also lavas. It was just a simple trick but hard to implement, so try your best. Defeating the fourth boss is really difficult. First you need to have a dimension rift, which is really difficult to get. Use the dimension rift to reveal the string-like magic attached to the shield of the fourth boss that you need to cut using your sword to deactivate the shield of the boss. Once the shield is gone, you need to attack with all you got. Use your magic bolt until you get out of mana. If you don't have any mana, try to get closer to it and attack it with melee. It will be hard to move around because of the slippery ice, so you need to be careful about your movements. If your health goes super low, you can use the corner tactic, where you stay in the corner jumping around away from the range of the boss attack. Stay there until you regenerate your health and mana. After that you just need to repeat the pattern. Use the dimension rift to deactivate its shield. Attack it with all you got. Then stay in the corner if you get low to heal. And I think that's the best way to defeat the fourth boss. So good luck and have fun. To fight the final boss, you will need the strongest sword. After you defeat the fourth boss, you will have collected all the shattered parts of the mage blade, which is the strongest sword. You need to assemble it to the caves. Don't worry, because you can fast travel using the portals. After you assemble it, you are now ready to fight the final boss.